Thank you for joining with me in the meditation for Lesson 30. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. Let's go ahead and sit with your back supported, head and neck free. Start with an inhale through the nose for a count of 4. Hold it for a moment and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Go ahead and repeat that throughout this meditation. Feel the tension leave your body. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. This is the springboard for vision. From this idea will the world open up before you, and you will look upon it and see in it what you have never seen before. Nor will what you saw before be even faintly visible to you. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. We are using a new kind of projection. We are not attempting to get rid of what we do not like by seeing it outside. Instead, we are trying to see in the world what is in our minds and what we want to recognize is there. Thus, we are trying to join with what we see rather than keeping it apart from us. That is the fundamental difference between vision and the way you see. Try to think of things beyond your present range as well as those you can actually see as you apply today's idea. Real vision is not only unlimited by space and distance, but it does not depend on the body's eyes at all. The mind is its only source. To aid in helping you become more accustomed to this idea as well, devote practice periods throughout your day in applying today's idea with your eyes closed. So you can do that through this meditation if you're inspired to. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. This lesson is extremely important, explaining why God is in everything I see. He is in my mind. The context is not what we perceive outside, but what is in our minds. Therefore, think can be substituted for see because our eyes report to us nothing more than the reflection of what we have been thinking. Projection makes perception. This lesson advances our understanding and experience of projection, the ego's defense par excellence, for retaining our guilt under the guise of getting rid of it. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. I'm going to read this from chapter 13 in A Course in Miracles. The ultimate purpose of projection is always to get rid of guilt. Yet consider how strange a solution the ego's arrangement is. You project guilt to get rid of it, but you are actually merely concealing it. You do experience the guilt, but you have no idea why. And then this is a text reading from chapter 13, section 10. In any union with a brother in which you seek to lay your guilt upon him, or share it with him, or perceive his own, you will feel guilty. You will see guilt in that relationship because you put it there. It is inevitable that those who suffer guilt will attempt to displace it because they do not believe in it. Yet though they suffer, they will not look within and let it go. Their main concern is to perceive the source of guilt outside themselves, beyond their own control. So the ego never tells us that this plan does not work, for the guilt remains within our minds despite our fevered attempts to disown it. We need to recognize the guilt so we can look beyond it to identify with the love that is there. Do not forget that everything we perceive are our projected thoughts. The only thing that is important then is getting in touch with the source of these thoughts, the ego or the Holy Spirit. This, of course, is the ultimate purpose of these exercises and of A Course in Miracles itself. I love you. Thank you so much for joining with me. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.